Words can really hurt. Just think of a nurturing situation. Children need to be nurtured. You find it's easiest for you to give that nurturing sense, to give that to the children.
I think one of my favorite parts of this journey, learning about how my mom got to Boston Latin School, has been so enlightening.
My mom had a very special way of making you feel like you were the most important person in the room at all times. She showed this through her words and her actions, often making you feel valued, seen, and heard.
During the 70s, my mother was working at High Park High, and people have come to me in the past and told me how she protected kids during those riots, during the desegregation of Boston public schools.
She was teaching at High Park High School, and Peter Saragusa, which is what at the time was the head of all the arts in the city of Boston, and he was the band leader for the Boston College band, marching band. And he saw what she did, and he told her, "You don't belong here. I got a job for you."
Boston Latin School brought my mom so much joy. She loved directing those choirs, all the choirs that she directed, the show choir, gospel choir, the 6C choir. She loved it. It brought her so much joy. Those kids were like an extension of our family. They were also her kids. They would call her mom. They knew all of us, and it was just an extension of our family.
After my mom passed, so many students came to me and said, "Your mom saved my life."
Ms. Fernandes was a beacon of light and hope for me during my days as a student at BLS back in the late 1900s. I was always able to find peace and thrive in her space, and I'd hang out down in her basement classroom. She is a big part of why I decided to become a music educator myself, and she is the entirety of why I was willing to go back to BLS. Very big shoes to fill. Thank you, Ms. Fernandes.
Roseanna was memorable. She had memorable statements, a beautiful laugh. In the years that I spent at Boston Latin School, she changed my life and helped me become a better educator. I'm still an educator now in Georgia, but I am thankful for Roseanna's memorable moments, memorable words, and that memorable laugh.
Ms. Fernandes is the best there ever was. I'll be always so grateful for her being my music teacher. I don't know how I would have got through the Boston Latin School without being in choir, especially the gospel choir and the show choir. And I'll also be grateful for her introducing me to the Boston Pops, way back in 1995.
I never expected to join gospel choir, and I'm so glad Grace kind of dragged me out to do it. But singing as a collective is such a satisfying feeling, and it was so uplifting to do so during my time in high school, and I'm so glad that we're still able to do it now.
It was abundantly clear that Mom had an ability to build people up. There was a guy that came up to me at Mom's memorial way back. He told me story after story about how my mom was there for him. She helped him. She was a shoulder to cry on. She was someone to talk to. She was everything from what he told me. And he went on and on about his stories, and what shocked me the most was what he said at the end. He said, "And by the way, I never had your mom for a class." 1, 2, 3, 1. You want to know what inspired me to start Rose Conservatory? It was the moment I realized that I had everything inside of me already. My mom groomed me to do what I'm doing right now. But I think you'll be okay. She taught me how to manage the kids.
No way.
You have to be loving. You have to be tender. You have to nurture these kids. She taught me how to run the Rose Conservatory. That's what inspired me. My mom inspired me to be me. What did Mummy's students mean to her?
Like you and Taisha and Deanna. Like they were her kids. She loved them kids.
What was it like to watch her work?
It was like watching you. That's why every time I watch a show and you're up there, that's why I sit in the back row. Because there's always tears running down my eyes.
The light that she was to her students was so necessary. It's necessary today. But when I think about how she was doing it back then, it's just incredible. I know if my mom had any choice in what her legacy would be, it would be exactly what it is right now. She was the light. She was the love. She was the one. She was selfless. She thought about everyone else before she worried about herself. I know that she would want to be known as the person who generated love to everyone. And after she passed in 2010, we saw the love pouring in from so many people, the people that she touched that we didn't know. Even she didn't know. We heard about it. And even now, with her being honored 15 years after she passed at the school that she spent more time at than she really spent at home, is just absolutely beautiful. Thank you all.